Well,
And
it's
we're
Wednesday
here.
night. It's Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. You know what that means? It's time for the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the mixologist himself, the chemical guy, Mr. Chemical Julian, and Big Money Drew, the BCC of the
BBC.
RPWP.
Wow.
Anyway, what's up?
I
ladies
am
and
the
gentlemen?
BCC of the BBC.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
It's the big Caucasian cock.
And we are here to talk about AEW Dynamite.
It's dynamite.
Dynamite. Where we had a whole bunch of people come out and a whole bunch of we're going at the Continental Classic. We have three Continental Classic matches tonight.
Round robin tournament.
Round robin
matches.
tournaments, yeah. We got to hear from Bryan Danielson with a patch on his eye. God, I'm forgetting something really important here. Oh, we had an interview segment with Edge and with Christian. I'm sorry, Adam Copeland and Christian. No lucha, no kill switch, no.
I mean, he's destroyed all of them. Like, there's no.
They're dead. They're obliterated.
There's nobody can fuck with them. So I mean, it is what it is.
We had a women's championship match. We had.
No, we had a TBS.
Sorry, we had a TBS championship house rules match. What is the house rules match again?
The House of Black rules. They basically this match was you can't use a submission hole. You can't win by submission, but she still put a submission on her, and I was like, okay, so you already fucked off what you want to do. But we'll talk about that.
Yeah. We have Brother Zay and the Hardys versus Action Andretti and Top Flight.
In Minneapolis, Minnesota, the return of Tom. They show the video of Darius breaking his leg again.
It looks so bad.
I put it in our group chat and I was like, "That's horrible." His
foot was facing the wrong way.
Yeah. Speaking of facing the wrong way, I'll be back.
I really thought that was going someplace else. Drew, did you watch Dynamite tonight?
I watched 90% of it.
All right, well, good enough. So, let me see. How did the show start off? The show started off with Jon Moxley versus Jay Lethal.
Yes.
No,
not Jay Lethal.
Yeah, Jay Lethal.
Was it Jay Lethal?
Mm-hmm.
No,
the gold.
Oh, yes, that's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Never mind. Go ahead.
Now, what kind of confused me is my back was turned to first when the match started. And I heard Bryan Danielson's music come out, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't know he had a match tonight." But he was just at the announcing desk, and so out we get Jon Moxley and Jay Lethal. Decent match, but this is Jon Moxley's second win and Jay Lethal's second loss. So in terms of the Continental Classic, Moxley's got 6 points. Jay Lethal's got goose egg.
That's right.
And then later on, we saw an interview with Eddie Kingston, and because Eddie Kingston lost his match.
Yeah, and I didn't watch. I don't think I watched Dynamite or Collision last week because I knew I wasn't doing my show because it was Thanksgiving. Okay. So I was like, "Peace, I'm out of here." I definitely didn't watch Collision because I was on the watch along for Survivor Series.
Yes, you were.
So. Yeah, that promo by Eddie was real good. Real good.
It was really good. It was heartfelt. And Bryan Danielson kind of coming off like a heel.
Oh, yeah. Full on douchebag.
Well, he is wearing an eye patch, so I guess that doesn't make him a heel now.
I think he should start speaking with a British accent randomly.
He should actually grow a dark goatee, like just the goatee part.
And shave his head.
Yeah, and shave his head. So Moxley's got 6 points. Moxley's got 6 points in the Continental Classic round robin tournament, and Jay Lethal's got 0 goose egg.
Is he going to get any points?
Well, he's got 3 more matches to go. So if he can win his next 3 matches, he'll have 9 points, a maximum. If not.
I don't see that happening.
Yeah, he's here. He's Ring of Honor. He's putting over other people. I mean, I would think that the Ring of Honor folks would have a bigger hand in this or be fighting a little bit harder for it, but we'll see. Because right now,
Especially since there's a Ring of Honor championship in the pot for this.
and there's Ring of Honor championship in the pot. But Bryan Danielson, Bryan Danielson is old school Ring of Honor, so maybe it'll be him.
Well, let's think of who's in this tournament.
Oh, let me pull that up for you.
You've got,
So
pull it up.
In the gold bracket, we've got Jon Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Roosh, Jay White, Jay Lethal, and Mark Briscoe. And in the blue bracket, we've got Bryan Danielson, Andrade, Brody King, Eddie Kingston, Claudio, and Daniel Garcia. So far, both Claudio and Brody King have 3 points apiece. Eddie Kingston has 0. Daniel Garcia has 0. Bryan Danielson and Andrade have not had matches yet.
Now, here's my question for you, since you're the wrestling historian here. How many of the people in this tournament in general, all of the competitors, how many of these people actually had a Ring of Honor career?
Jay Lethal did. Mark Briscoe did.
Danielson and Moxley.
I don't know about. I don't know about Swerve. Moxley may have. I don't think Roosh did. Danielson for sure. Eddie Kingston for sure. Claudio for sure. Don't know about Daniel Garcia.
So a good chunk of them.
So half and half.
Okay.
But
now the other part of this is
it's not just a Ring
of Honor title in the pot.
There's
It's a New Japan.
Correct.
How many people have been in New Japan?
So you kind of gotta say, like, how long were I think everybody's been in New Japan for like a match, or for so that's the thing about New Japan people.
Well, if you say a match, then yeah, everybody. But if they were actually part of New Japan's roster,
Jay White definitely was. I don't know if the Briscoes were there for an extended period of time, but they've been over there for sure. Eddie Kingston, of course, he's got the title, but I don't know if he spent a lot of time there, but he was in the matches. And some of these guys were in the Super Juniors.
Okay. It feels weird to have no New Japan people in a tournament that
like somebody who's in New Japan who's kind of coming through the forbidden door and representing New Japan in the tournament.
Like Will Ospreay, for example, who's already been on here. Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher,
Wheeler Yuta.
It's weird. I don't know. I just
Juice Robert. Well, no, sorry, Juice is injured, so
yeah, right.
He wasn't gonna be in it.
But I mean, look, the opening match was really good. Eddie Kingston's promo, I think, sold some people on Saturday's match with him and Danielson. And I did love the counteracting of the humbleness of Kingston and the douchebaggery of Danielson. It was it's like, I'm not going to be humble. It's like, okay, we get it.
I'm not going to lose it. Yeah, I'm not going to lose humbly and whatever he said.
Yeah, that was anything but humble. So I'm excited for that match, at least.
So here's the thing. What I like about the Continental Classic is even it's AEW's version of the Super Juniors or the J Cup, whatever. And it's their way of differentiating themselves from WWE because, round robin bracketed tournaments like this, WWE's not doing that. But I like the idea that these guys are wrestling for a purpose. And at the end of this, someone's going to be a Triple Crown champion. So someone's going to be Continental Classic champion. They're going to be the New Japan Strong champion, and they're going to be Ring of Honor champion. So this is what sets them apart. This is them being in their own lane, doing their own thing. This is the kind of thing they need to do to stay successful and keep their fans entertained. So I'm pretty happy with the Continental Classic as it is. The rules are pretty clear. I was kind of confused on Eddie Kingston's 2 titles because it sounded to me like if he like when he lost his match to Brody King, like Brody King was now Ring of Honor champ and New Japan Strong champ. But I did get some clarification, and someone told me, nah, it's just that when it comes down to the finals, that those 2 titles are going to be on the line.
Okay,
Also.
so they're not on the line every single time Eddie wrestles.
Correct. And so
that's what he said.
That's what it sounded like to me. And I got some clarification. I was like, but I don't think that's what he said. But I mean, you got to understand that. Okay, so if he lost to Brody King, that means Brody King has 2 belts. So do the belts just play hot potato, jumping around? Like if Brody lost, we go to the next person, and yada yada yada. And what if Brody lost the belts to someone who just happened to pick up their first win of the tournament, but then they didn't win the tournament? You know, like they had 3 points, but the winner of the tournament is the person with like 15 points, and it's like, woohoo, I'm double champ. Yeah.
So Jay Lethal managed to scratch a victory and then never wins anything again, but he's still Ring of Honor champion and he's still
correct
New Japan Strong champion.
That
makes no sense at all.
That would be great in terms of ultimate confusion and people just being pissed off.
Because that's also why, like adding to the confusion, that's also why a lot of people were like, oh, well, this kind of spoils the finals, because how would Eddie lose the titles before getting to the final?
Well, I mean, Eddie could lose the whole thing on points in his bracket, and he'll just be eliminated from his bracket.
Oh no, I mean like
boo-hoo.
Like if because what a lot of people believed, myself, yourself included, we believed that if he lost a match in this tournament, then the titles were going to be on his opponent. So
that's what it totally sounded like.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only person who thought.
Oh no, I totally thought so too.
Yeah.
So I was made it confusing because it's like, oh well, it kind of feels like they're spoiling the finals now. Because why would Eddie lose his titles before the finals?
So,
but now it makes sense.
Yeah,
we know that it's not that he's losing it.
It's a way of painting yourself into a corner because, like I said, somebody could lose the bracket, but just pick up that one win and have those 2 titles, and those 2 titles technically would never make it to the finals. And so
and then that person can be like, I'm not defending this title.
I'm going him.
Yeah.
Well, that was my whole argument. Like, if Eddie Kingston lost him to somebody, the next person could be like, they're mine. I ain't defending shit. Like, I'll wrestle my match, but I'm not defending the titles. This is a non-title match. You know. So anyway, we got clarification on that. The next part was Tony Schiavone backstage with Sting and Ric Flair. God, I'm still waiting on Ric Flair to turn on Sting.
I think it's only because it has happened legitimately every single time that they've been in the ring together.
Every time.
That it's like, when's it gonna happen? Maybe it actually just doesn't happen this time.
Because Ric Flair's too old to be turning on people?
I mean, it kind of it's just...
He could barely turn over to get out of bed?
It's happened just too many times now that it's just...
Whoa.
It's been overdone.
Are you telling me that a wrestling promotion would actually say, we've gone to the well too many times on this gimmick. Let's just let sleeping dogs lie.
I can be hopeful, right?
Yeah.
I know I'm wrong, but it's I really, I got to be honest with you. Actually like this promo I
Yeah, it
thought
was nice.
it was really heartfelt. Ric Flair got a little emotional
Yeah,
during it, and it really showed that he's here to support Sting. Well, I would say it's showing that Ric Flair, the man,
has a heart.
is not only does he have a heart, but he is supporting Steve Borden, the man behind Sting. Like he is
Correct.
actually
Yeah.
there to be there for Steve
How about
Borden.
his buddy?
Yeah, and I think a lot of the talk about hiring Ric Flair and all that stuff, but I thought that tonight was a really, really nice segment between them, and they were playing off each other. I thought it was very nice. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, so if this truly is going to be Sting's retirement, I hope he retires, goes out with all the fanfare and pomp and circumstance that he deserves. The guy's had a great career. He has been really legendary and instrumental during two of WCW's very strong growth periods. And that's when he was Surfer Sting. He was a company guy all that time, and then he became NWO Sting, or not NWO Sting, but he became Crow Sting. And just really made a niche for himself. For the most part, stayed injury free. You didn't hear any really bad stories about. You didn't hear any bad stories about Sting doing any dumb shit. On the road or off camera or anything like that.
Not to other people, but to himself. He was doing
himself,
drugs.
yeah.
Well, I
but
think 9 out of 10 wrestlers were doing that back then.
But now, he's out there. He's helping out Darby Allin. Came to AEW to try to help some of the younger talent elevate. Darby Allin definitely has been his little protege. So send the guy off. Is Sting in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did that. He'll go out with he'll go out of wrestling at AEW. They'll give him his flowers. He'll be good to go. So this would be a nice little run for him.
Yeah, I mean, he has an actual winning streak. I think they mentioned 20 something. And
Oh, wow.
I think it was 24. I want to say.
Okay.
So it's wow, I can't. When they said that, I was like, I can't remember Sting losing a match, or at least if I don't know if they count it as if Darby was pinned or if his tag partner was pinned, it didn't count.
That's a good question.
I feel like there've been a match or two that he
I
in and
think
lost.
if you're in a tag team and your tag team partner gets pinned, I think it counts as a loss for you. You know what it is though? I think AEW counts singles matches and tag matches separately.
Okay.
So his singles record could probably be 100-0 or something. You never know. Next night, we had another Continental Classic match, another one from the gold branch, the gold bracket. There we go. We had Mark Briscoe versus Rush.
This was a pretty damn good match.
It was solid. It was very solid. So solid with the picture.
Since coming back, Rush has just been killing it in every single category for me. I'm really, really digging him as a heel. Because it's funny because it seems like they came back, LFI came back as babyface, but he was working total heel in this match.
Now, who bought out the Hardy family office?
I believe that was...
it was Andrade, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was Rush with him when he was doing that?
That's a good question.
For some reason, I want to say yes, but I can't remember for sure.
He might have been. I don't. You know, he might not have been actually. Because that was the BCW Worldwide put Ethan Page. That was that time last year when Ethan Page when the firm bought out. Yeah.
Yes. All right.
But Andrade, I think, was Andrade's group before the firm or after the firm? That I'm not sure.
I think it was before the firm.
Stokely, that's right. Yeah, it was Stokely, and it was after. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was after. Yeah, because Ethan Page was part of the firm, and then they did that thing earlier this year where it kind of like Matt Hardy and him he was like becoming his friend just so that he could screw him over.
Yeah.
And yeah, that didn't last very long. So the Hardys and Roosh were never in the group together.
Thank God. So Roosh picks up 3 points, and Mr. Briscoe.
There was a point in this match where
it was a close pin.
Did Mark Briscoe's gum fall out of his mouth, and then he something fell out of somewhere?
His dentures?
No, when they were in the ring, and it went. I think it was before a commercial break, and then he picked up whatever it was with his mouth and put it in his mouth. I remember the commentary was laughing about it, but I don't remember what it was specifically. Mark Briscoe is crazy, but in a good way.
Chicken farmer, can't go wrong with him. Toni Storm had her interview. Of course, man. She's always great. MJF comes down to the ring. He's on crutches. He's talking about, he's beat up. What do you say? Half torn labrum, something like that.
He's got himself a pimp cane now.
Yes, he's got a pimp cane. Had both belts on.
I remember he said the left shoulder, the right hip, and something else.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Retribution attacks MJF in the ring. I'm sorry, not Retribution. Some guys in black masks with the devil painted on their back. And they had a bat in their hand, and they're getting ready to crack his skull open. But Samoa Joe, unlike a Hardy, actually hustled down the ring, drags the main dude out, slides in.
It was like he was in the ring already. As soon as his music hit, he was already
he was right there. Pretty fast for a big dude, And was it just me, or did the typing on the screen, did that take a while to show up?
It did. I thought that my feed cut out.
Yeah, me too. I thought my feed had cut out or paused or something like that also.
The worst part about it was you can hear the typing of the typewriter before you saw the words.
See, I didn't know that was typing at first, so I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I saw the typing, and I'm like, okay, so it's like, I'm like, oh, so it's like a typewriter. Then I'm like, oh, this is Retribution all over again.
Dude, the reason why it was so much like Retribution is because Tony Schiavone said, oh, they cut into our network, they got into our feed.
It's an inside job.
Yeah, we have to get with security to figure out what happened. And I was like, you mean like Retribution?
He was like, our cybersecurity team is on it. I'm like,
you mean like Retribution?
That's basically what it is.
So here's the question then. Obviously, the devil is not going to be revealed until World Games.
Correct.
Obviously, the devil is not CM Punk, so
one would think.
I mean, that's the biggest trick ever.
That'd be some Rick Rude shit right there.
Pull some Rick Rude shit. 2 places at one time.
Turns out all the devil segments were pre-recorded, and we never knew.
Look, I would give Tony Khan ultimate props if all the Devil segments had been pre-recorded with Punk, and he was like, "Fuck it, roll tape." He's like, "Shit." He's like, "That's all I got. Fuck it, roll tape."
How would Punk clear that shit up with the HR at WWE? Because one thing WWE has over AEW, they got HR.
A working one.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah. So what I was saying is the 90-day non-competes are already going to be up by the time of World's End.
Yeah.
So you two just said this felt like Retribution. Well, the leader of Retribution was let go from WWE.
Oh, okay. So Drew.
Oh God, no.
Drew,
please don't let there be another Retribution.
If the Devil pulls off his mask and it's Mace, Slapjack, which one was it?
Mustafa Ali.
Okay. I'd be okay with that. I thought you were going to say he was going to be Slapjack.
Oh yeah, no. I meant the leader. It was Mustafa.
It was me. It was me all along. You're like, it's Marseille. What the fuck?
Yeah. So you would be okay with it being Mustafa Ali?
Yeah, I'd be okay with it. I don't know what kind of history Mustafa Ali and MJF have. Bad blood?
None that I even fucking know about. But so I knew you were going there, so I'm looking it up right now.
I mean, I'm still sticking with Adam Cole or Jack Perry.
Oh yeah,
dude. I'm telling you, I think it's Adam Cole and Samoa Joe.
Oh, working together.
Oh,
because you saw when Joe grabbed him by the leg and dragged him out the ring,
bro.
He didn't go after him or try to take off his mask.
Where did Joe come from? Like out of nowhere. Come on, bro.
Concession stand. I mean, the place wasn't crowded, so it was probably easy to get.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I did feel a bit like maybe Joe is in on this tonight, because it did seem strange how quick he got there, almost like it was planned already.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, okay, the lights are gonna go out, and then you guys are gonna dive into the ring, and you're gonna get a bat, and you're gonna go, and I'm just gonna be literally right behind you, and my music is gonna play for 3 seconds, Correct. And I'm already gonna be.
Did his music even play? Because I don't even think I heard it play.
Or maybe it didn't even play.
I don't think he played. He ran out. He was there quick.
He was there
because he's a good friend. He's Johnny on the fucking spot, man.
Yeah, it's like he focused. He. What I've noticed is that he kind of like hyper focuses on the like, oh, you need to be at 100% in order for me to face you.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm thinking he keeps saying that 100% because MJF was like, I don't want any excuses when I beat you. You got to be at 100%.
Correct.
Who fucking cares?
I'll beat your ass at 12%. I don't give a shit as long as I win.
Yeah, as long as you got a title.
And in fact, if the entire point of it is to get the championship, don't you want him to be hurting going into the match?
Oh,
don't you want it to be a squash match essentially and just get the title immediately?
1, 2, 3.
So it does. Yeah, tonight I did start feeling like maybe Joe is in on it.
Tell you, man, I think Joe's in on it. I think Adam Cole. You know what? I'm gonna go with. I don't know which one of you guys said it the other day, but I'm gonna go with this. Britt Baker is the fucking devil.
Oh, that was me. That was
yeah.
Yeah.
Britt Baker is the devil, and I think she's playing it with Adam Cole. You know what I mean? Or maybe QT Marshall's the devil. Who knows?
Wow. Yeah. Perfect cover. He quits the company.
I mean,
like it could be the devil. He's quit. He couldn't be the devil.
I mean, we already know the devil's not fucking what's his nuts Wardlow, who had a good match tonight.
No, you said it right the first time.
It's my sarcasm sleeping through. did not have a good match tonight. But who did have a good match tonight was
AR
the Hardy
Fox?
Party,
Just
Hardy
kidding.
Party, and Top Flight.
Yes, Top
was
Flight.
a-
That's a team I can get behind. So the see, I have to make the jokes because Sinner's not here. So although in this case I'm not joking. But yeah, this match was really good. I enjoyed it a lot, and so somebody mentioned in the group chat. I think it was you, Blood. You said like, oh, they're working heel, right? Was that you that said that?
No, that was Julian. No, that was Center who said the Hardy Party is working heel.
Yeah, I
didn't
did
seem
get
like that
some
to me.
heel vibes from them. But
It did seem like that to me.
Mhm.
But what could that have also just been because they're like, well, we're going to play the heels because the hometown boys are in the, our opponents.
I think that's what it was because,
Yeah.
the hometown boys are going to get a super pop no matter what you do.
This wasn't a qualifiers for a trios match, was it?
I think every match is a qualifier for the trios match, to be honest.
Well, they didn't say it, so I mean, I don't think they said it. I don't believe I heard it said.
I didn't hear that from anybody.
I mean, they didn't say it was a world title eliminator either, but stupid thing. I hate that world title eliminator crap.
It's an elimination match for the trios title.
What was next?
TBS Championship match, House Rules match, Julia Hart versus Emi Sakura.
So something I wanted to point out here is I find it really interesting that Julia Hart, just won the TBS Championship at Full Gear, and that was 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah,
because some Survivor Series went to So that's already faster TV time than Chris Statlander got when she won the title.
I mean, she's had 2 title matches in like the last two shows.
Well, the TBS title is supposed to be, I always felt, like the women's TV title.
It is. It's a TV title.
Like this is the belt that gets you the most exposure. If they're on TV, you should be defending the belt, especially if they're on TV.
Unfortunately, that didn't work out for Chris Statlander.
Correct. You are correct.
I think Chris Statlander was on maybe 1 show a month.
It's like having the European Championship, but not defending it when you go to Europe.
Never going to Europe, yeah.
Yeah. I have always been of the thought that the TBS title should be on Dynamite and the TNT title should be on Rampage / Collision, because those shows are on TNT, and the TBS title should be on Dynamite, the show that's on TBS.
That sounds.
Oh, you mean the one that's on the actual network?
That's too much like right, Drew. See, here's the thing. Tony Khan's like, so tell you what, guys.
I caught that, Drew.
See the TNT.
Did you get that?
See the TNT title? Yeah. All right, so we got this TNT title, but we're not going to put it on TNT. We're going to put it on TBS. You know why? They'll never see it coming.
Well,
and QT Marshall was like, and with that, I'm out.
Also, please make me a wrestler. No, I'm not going to make you a wrestler. All right, goodbye.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on Monday, Drew and I are starting a YouTube series. It's going to be called Roundtable Network News. And we're going to be doing some deep dives into the
RNN
breaking news.
I like that.
You
We're
like
going to
that?
steal every CNN logo and just make it RNN.
Boom. I mean, if the fans want to get a sneak preview, I mean, we can give them a sneak preview right about now. Yep.
Well, I can tell you what. AJ Styles will never watch this.
Well, you know what? He might watch it if I do this.
Yeah, that's looking more flat.
That was looking.
Like,
That was looking. That was looking a little bit more flat.
That's
Yeah.
a little flatter.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. That's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right, give me something to listen to on the way to work.
What is that? 12? Wait. Yeah, 12 p.m.
12 p.m.
Eastern?
EST, 12 noon.
Yep. 12 noon EST, 9 a.m. PST. Damn.
Damn.
We're gonna be doing some deep dives into the news, the week's news, the news of the previous week.
Is it going to be live?
Yeah, live on YouTube.
Right.
Fuck yeah, man.
Live on YouTube, baby.
Look for it.
So make sure you tune in. You can also catch us on Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Google, all that cool shit. We're on all the stations. All the
Spotify.
stations.
We're on Spotify.
Spotify. Yes, we are on Spotify.
You know, you can go to Spotify and there's a whole make your own podcast gimmick there, and it's supposed to be really good. I just hear the podcast talking about it. I don't know. Never tried it myself.
Well, we've
Oh,
got,
she tried a new podcast thing? Nope. All right. She's sitting there.
dogs like now. I'm good. We're talking about WWE, AEW, NWA, New Japan Pro Wrestling, whatever. We're talking about pro wrestling news. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real. It's gonna be fun and real. Real fun.
It's gonna be real.
It's gonna be real. That's right.
We're talking about ASAP Rocky breaking up with Rihanna and taking her for child support money.
Wow. Only wrestling news. We don't care about real life news.
Yeah.
Who cares about
that
real life?
boring
Like that
shit?
time Bobby Lashley stole CJ Perry from
No.
Hero.
No. See, this is why me and Drew are going to do this news report the right way, because see, he did not steal CJ Perry.
She came straight to him.
He had Lana. I don't know who the fuck CJ Perry was. She was never there.
It was Lana. My bad.
It was Lana that was with Bobby Lashley. CJ Perry is an AEW right
Lana
now.
left Rusev.
No. Yeah, Lana left Rusev.
Yep.
Then then CJ Perry and Miro both showed up in AEW.
And so Lana was yelling, Lashley Day.
Rusev Day. Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, it looks like you guys covered all the AEW tonight.
Nope, not yet.
We did not.
Let's go.
So we missed one important segment. Adam Copeland came to the ring to confront his longtime friend and former tag team partner, Christian Cage. And Christian Cage was like, hey, man, you killed Kill Switch, Luchasaurus, for those of you who don't remember. You killed my other protege. What was his name?
Prodigy. The Prodigy, Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne. You drove away Nick Wayne's mama by her watching you give Nick Wayne a concerto. So now it's just me and you. And you know what? And this was the best part, because he said, you know, Adam, there's the one thing I know about you is that you grew up with a single mom.
No. Before you get to that part, you got to go to the very best part of the whole thing. You know, we're not going to have a match in Montreal next week. We might not even make it to Montreal next week. You know why? Because I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that your dad was a deadbeat. No, I'm just joking.
So I really appreciate what I really love this, because he is being such a shit heel right now, and
I love it.
It's incredible. It's probably one of the most
wonderful.
enjoyable things.
It is formulaic, repetitive, and hilarious.
Yeah,
And it's total douchebaggery, and it's the same thing. It's it's like, do you like pie? It's the same. I know you grew up without a father, and then you know what's coming after that.
Yeah.
And I just eat it up because it's hilarious.
Yeah. He and I did not know that Adam Copeland grew up without a father, so that was the first time I had heard of that. And it's like bringing in this family history between them. It's like my father raised you as his own. You sat at the dinner table.
Oh, hold on, Drew. Wait a minute. Well, Adam Copeland grew up without a dad. That's why he hated Dominic Mysterio so much. He was jealous that Dom had that. God damn it! I knew that was the reason why he got kicked in the dude. Okay, continue.
That's funny.
I just put 1 and 1 together and came up with 2.
Steiner math, baby.
So
No, not 22.
Yeah, so I enjoyed him trying to, and I thought it was working. I honestly thought that they were gonna have Adam just be like, oh, by the way, when Christian says Adam and then the crowd is doing the Adam,
Oh my god, yeah.
that was funny. They've been doing that like the last few weeks now. I think that I thought that it was working, but then we saw, he was actually bait and switching Christian Cage the whole time.
Of course.
And kicked him right in the nuts.
Square in the nuts.
We will see each other next week in Montreal. Oh, and by the way, go fuck yourself.
Hey, who's on the 7-second delay? I am. Hey, I think there's something you need to go do. What would that be? Well, Adam Copeland just said, go fuck yourself. I think you need to press the button. Oh, shit, let me go do that right now.
And then you get...
I was like, and then you actually hear someone hit the delay button.
Wait, but here's the funny part about that.
Way late.
Here's the funny part about that. Yeah, you heard the delay, right? After you heard the delay, Christian goes, fuck my balls. And that wasn't bleeped out. He was like, fuck my balls. And it goes, beep.
I almost wish that we heard that over the go fuck yourself.
I was like, the dump button. Someone hit it, please.
Like, can some... Yeah, the 7-second delay guy who's in the bathroom. He's like, I shouldn't have that Taco Bell.
That's where he was at. That's exactly where he was at.
Should have had them burritos last night. Oh my god, dude! I laughed so hard.
That shit
I was like, yeah, drop the ball, brother.
That shit
See, now I thought that Christian let the security go because he was going to surprise Adam with some, I don't know, because remember, a newsworthy thing that dropped that AEW, they're trademarking the East-West.
Oh yeah, East-West connection or whatever it was.
Connection,
East-West Express or something like that. Yeah.
Which is
wasn't that Adam Copeland? Wasn't that Edge and Christian's original tag team name? I
have no idea. But currently, not currently because they're not a tag team anymore because he's an AEW. That was Nick Wayne and Jordan Oliver's.
Oh yeah, indie gimmick name. Yeah, I think that was under GCW, right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. So people are speculating that maybe Jordan Oliver also doesn't have a father and needs the patriarchy to which to be honest with you, I think that would be a really cool tweak.
The East-West connection was Adrian Adonis and Jesse Ventura.
Oh yeah,
originally.
So that I think that new like tweak to the patriarchy stable of Christian just grabbing any of the young guys both in and out of the company.
He should call his group the patriarchy.
I mean, that would be good.
Does he not already call them the patriarchy?
No, he is the patriarchy.
He's the patriarch.
Oh, okay. Because I thought it says the patriarchy on the Tron when he comes out. Maybe I'm wrong.
When he comes out, not for everybody else.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so the whole group should be called the patriarchy. I agree that'll be incredible because just grabbing any of the young guys in and out of the company Because if it is true that Jordan Oliver comes in as part of this, that would just be wild. Like, okay, so now anybody without a father, and it's totally, it's like Julian said, it's totally like the repetitive thing of, oh, you grew up without a father, and that means Christian Cage is coming because that's what he does.
That means Christian Cage.
I could just see it now. Your dad is gone. Also, Christian music hits. But I'm here, son. I'm here.
Yeah, he was calling Nick Wayne his son too. So it's just that would, because obviously the kill switch, aka Luchasaurus, part of this is going to be going away soon, I would imagine. Because they've been showing those seeds of, you know,
he's gonna hook up with Nick Wayne's mom. What a waste. Nick Wayne's mom could do so much better.
I know.
But if she did, you're gonna have Nick Wayne.
While Christian is very focused on people's dads, Besley is focused on people's moms.
Hey man, look.
As we find out every quiz show when someone's mother comes out.
My new gimmick name is the Stepdaddy.
Yeah. The Stepdaddy.
They call me Stepdaddy.
So I really did enjoy this promo. I enjoyed the promos on the show tonight. Yeah, even the MJF one, honestly, because I'll tell you what my thought was. Exactly, it was like, you know what, we're acknowledging that, and we're moving on.
Correct,
and I really like that.
Gotta acknowledge that the mod has subscribed for 16 months.
Very nice.
16 months.
Because we love the mod.
Yeah. Did you get your Amazon Prime picture, Julian?
Damn straight I did. I almost went out to my front porch looking for some deliveries.
Wow. Goddamn Amazon. Yeah, I agree with you, Drew, about Nick Wayne and about the moms. Yeah, they call me the stepdaddy.
Yeah, she was pretty horrible as an actress in that last segment she was in, so she don't need to come back.
No, she did not.
She's gonna get a little dinosaur on her, a little dinosaurus.
Wow.
He's gonna take her down to the La Brea Tar Pits. Yeah.
He's like, I'll show you extinct.
He's like, yeah, I'll give you that extinction level event.
Hey, what we did have is we had Swerve Strickland versus Jay White in a excellent round robin match for the Continental Classic.
You know what? I've had my shit talking of Swerve.
Yes, you have.
After that match with Hangman Adam Page, after the fact that Hangman, you sick son of a bitch, drank the blood of Swerve Strickland.
After Swerve, Abdul the Butcher.
After Swerve had Hangman's daughter's beautiful artwork stapled to his face. I'll give Swerve his due. Swerve,
yeah, especially after he put that chain around Hangman's neck and hung his ass outside the ring.
Yeah, he was screaming, reparations.
Yes, there was a hilarious TikTok on that.
Yeah.
That was the Black Power moment. Right?
That was.
Yes.
That was. He was like, Wakanda forever.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Oh, wait, wrong promotion.
Wrong promotion. We'll talk about that promotion some other day. But yeah, shit.
Well, yeah. So Swerve kicked out at 2.9999 in this match.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
unfortunately, I did not see this match yet. So, but you can spoil it for me.
It's worth going to go check out, Drew. You'll enjoy it.
Well, not to spoil it for Drew, somebody got 3 points. somebody got 3 points, someone got 0 points, and the match was fucking
Correct.
phenomenal.
Okay, I was actually expecting it to go to a draw.
Me too.
I hoped you would have went to a draw, but it was great. It was
Yeah,
great.
I thought we were finally going to get the first draw of the night. I know you glossed over Wardlow versus Air Fox, but that match was stopped by the referee, and the winner was Wardlow.
The power bomb was very, very, very sick. Like that was one of those old Kevin Nash fucking jackknife power bombs. But he hoisted him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Like I feel bad for Air Fox. Like I've taken some crazy bumps, power bomb bumps like that, but bro,
well, goddamn.
Well,
that was savage. Like the Air Fox fuck his mom or something. Like wow.
I was going to say something, but I'm not going to.
Drew's
I was going to say something about AR Fox taking bumps, but let's not.
Wow.
Let's not.
Wow.
Let's not do that because I respect the porn industry.
So, for his pleasure.
I respect the porn industry. So the
God damn it, Drew.
I did enjoy. I think there's something about Sinner not being here that I just like start to slowly.
I
don't know what it is.
You know
I
what
thought
it is?
you would say you found it peaceful.
Hold on. Here, let me help you out. Because whenever you're on the bottom, whoever's on the bottom gets that center vibe. Wait a minute, hold on. I shouldn't have said
that. Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, so I would say if I had to grade this show,
you'd give it
I would give it a B.
You give it a B? What about you, Julian?
I actually would give the show a B+. I really feel that what AEW needs right now is to define themselves and find their niche and do what they're supposed to do. I think the Continental Classic is doing that. Their own J Cup, their own Triple Crown champion, whatever you want to call it. They've got a solid roster. They need to use their solid roster. They don't need to look back. Punk's in the review. Keep it that way. Keep on pressing.
I mean, he's doing the same thing.
Be different. And the way they're doing the Continental Classic is doing that really well. And, I mean, 3 pay-per-view quality matches on free TV. Can't go wrong with that.
So I'm going to give it a B+, just like you, because I agree with having these pay-per-view quality matches. They're trying to step their game up a little bit. Their pay-per-views are always stellar. Like the builds to their shows are shit, but then the pay-per-views are stellar. Like it's like the build to their show, I'll go ahead and get that shit a solid like 2.
Yeah.
But the pay-per-views are like an 8 to 10. Like they're really good. So they just need to understand how to like it's like uploading an episode to Spotify. You upload it, then you add the details, and then you interact with it, then you monetize, and then you review it, and then you post it. Some of these matches, you gotta like build them to where people want to actually give a shit about it, and you need to do that in a way to where it's you doing it, not cut and paste from someone else's product. The Continental Classic, you know, it's kind of a cut and paste from the G1, but you're finally spotlighting guys that can be legitimate mega stars in your promotion. Like you got guys like Bryan Danielson, you got guys like John Moxley, you got guys like Cesaro, right? These are well-established fucking name guys. Like WWE, fucking these guys are they're household names. And then you got guys like Mark Briscoe. There are not many people outside of Ring of Honor know.
Correct.
You know, then you got Roosh. People CMLL. People don't know that Roosh is Roosh is part of Mexican wrestling, like legends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like royal family. Then you got Jay White,
which I've been told wrestling has more than one of.
Apparently more than one. Yeah. And then we have Jay White, who is the only person in this tournament that's actually ever competed in the G1 and won it. So you got a guy who, and Jay White said doing a promo, I'm the only guy that's actually been in a tournament like this and won it. So now you're building Jay White. So remember, everyone, last week, Jay White was buried. Yeah, no. Okay.
He was not buried at
Exactly.
all.
Then you got Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston's a journeyman. Eddie Kingston's been on the indies for fucking a good 15, 16 years. Eddie Kingston's not a household name if you're not an indie wrestling like person. Now you make Eddie Kingston a household name. People know Eddie Kingston's no nonsense, no bullshit attitude. And Eddie Kingston, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna get a little bit of heat for it, but I don't care. Eddie Kingston is this generation's Stone Cold Steve Austin. But Steve Austin bucked authority. Steve Austin didn't give a fuck. Steve Austin came in and was like, I'm just here to beat people up and win to win.
Correct.
Eddie Kingston's the same way. He's cutting promos. He's like, dude, I want to fucking do this camera stuff. You know, he's like, fuck this countdown, man. This is why I'm here. I love that because Eddie Kingston's real. He's raw. He's fucking like he's your everyday guy. So you're building him.
Eddie Kingston gives that vibe that like this is all I got.
Exactly.
That kind of thing. This is all I got. This is why it's so important. This is why I'm doing this. I've got to do everything that I can possibly, everything I need to in order to keep my 2 titles, or, you know, because I always want to be Ring of Honor champion, et cetera, et cetera. And so that was Stone Cold was more, you know, fuck Vince McMahon, is me versus the boss.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
The last time that we had, oh God, who did the whole promo about this title is all I've got? Man, and he did it really, really well. And I'm trying to remember who exactly it was. But you know, that desperation that, you know, I've got this title, I've worked this, I've always wanted to hold this all my life. This is the championship that I've dreamt about having. You know, this is all that matters to me. You know, and I don't mean R-Truth talking about I got to get my baby back. I mean, this, like this, you know, this is what I'm here for. This is all that matters to me. And yeah, you can't go wrong with that, because at the end of the day, why are you wrestling? To be champion.
It's authentic.
And that's what you should be. You shouldn't be there just to be getting free food at catering. You should be there because you want to be champion, whether it's tag team champion, TBS champion, or New Japan, or Ring of Honor. I mean, whatever, you want to be champion.
Right.
You want to be
Eddie,
on top.
and I've said this before. Eddie Kingston is like the only person whom, when I saw in real life at a show, I was intimidated to go up to him. I was like, oh, and I mean, it's not, he wasn't at a table, but like he was in the crowd, like after a show, and I was just like, no.
No, I mean, and you know, that's the beautiful thing. Like I said, you got Eddie Kingston who's like that, and he's authentic. Like me personally, as someone who came into this wrestling life at a very young age, and like this was all I had.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to the mom the other night about retiring, and I'm like, I don't understand. Like this is me. Like this is what I did. The majority of my adult life.
Oh, we talked about that today.
Yeah, the majority of my adult life, this is what I've been. This is what I did. This is what I do. You know. So when I'm finally done and the boots are hung up, I don't want to leave, but I don't want to be like Ric Flair, 75 fucking years old. You know, with 5 stents in my heart and fucking paralysis in my penis. You know, I don't want to be that guy.
Is it paralyzed up or down?
I mean, I don't know. That shit. That's
the correct answer.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. The answer. Yes is always the answer to everything. Just yes. But the point I'm making is, like Eddie Kingston is that guy. So the average person, the non wrestling person, the person who flips a channel and sees, oh shit, that's Eddie Kingston. Yeah, that motherfucker look like my boy Joe from up the block. Yeah, he's just like that guy.
Which
you can see that.
Yep.
Every man, he's not super big and muscular. He is the every guy. And then you got Swerve Strickland. You got a guy who has a chip on his shoulder, and he wants to prove to the world that he's better than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
So he's setting out to do this whole thing. The stereotype about black wrestlers being gang members or rappers or dancers or stuff like that. He came into the industry with the whole rap thing.
Yep.
But you realize he stepped away from that mogul embassy bullshit. And now he's proven himself to be a legitimate 100% like yo, this
Correct.
motherfucker can be a world champion.
Yeah.
And that's what he needed to do. And now he's that match with Hangman Adam Page. Like, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to draw some heat from it, but I don't fucking care. That match with Hangman Adam Page put him on the map in the AEW as far as I'm concerned.
Well, for a number of reasons. Number one, Hangman Adam Page is a former champion. He's not going to be your Kenny Omega, your Chris Jericho, or even your John Moxley. I personally hated Adam Page's run. However, he had a good run getting to the title, and he had a pretty decent run after the title. I personally didn't like his title run. However, him being a former champion, if you can have a feud with that guy, just like all these people who had to wrestle Kane, they had to wrestle Jerry Lawler, they had to wrestle, the Undertaker. There's certain people you had to go through on your way to the World Championship. In WCW, you had to go through Diamond Dallas Page, you had to go through the Macho Man and whoever else in the NWO in order to get to Hollywood Hogan. So if Adam Page is that guy, and you can put on, the AEW fans, they want that bloody match, they want that, hardcore, your Texas death match, whatever it is. If that's the way you got to go, and you put on a good match with this guy, and let me just say this: I don't believe that any of Adam Page's matches as champion were crappy. I just hated the feuds that he had. That being said, he's a great worker. He puts on good matches, and he put on a fantastic match with Swerve Strickland, and that just goes to show this dude's ready for the main event. Put him up there. And if you got Kenny Omega taking time off, you got the Bucks taking time off, if you got some open spots in the main event, believe you me, if you're working in that company, you should want to be champion, and you should be lobbying your ass off to be in that top spot or be in that contendership. You want to at least be in line.
Yep. And to summarize that, like, to give you like a little rundown on what I'm thinking when it comes to that, Hangman Adam Page is the perennial challenger. Like, as the champion, he was lackluster. On his way to the championship, like him going after the title, the greatest story.
Great story.
So him in the situation, the whole home invasion, all that other bullshit, between him and Swerve, him being the victim, and him getting that whole "I'm gonna fucking kill you when I get to you, but I'm protecting my family, and you were in my house standing above my child," and that right there, I can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody did that to my kid, not even God would stop me from getting them. So that match, the way that match happened, was perfect storytelling. And it shouldn't be over because Hangman lost.
Correct.
So now they're 1-1.
Yeah.
And if you really want to be gangster about it,
match.
If you really want to be gangster about it, you want to build something really big, let's Swerve with all his matches and get to the final fucking world end pay-per-view where he's about to win the Triple Crown, and then Hangman can come fuck him up.
Oh yeah.
Whoa! Can't do that.
And cost him the title because you can, because those round robin matches are all the only ones that the no interference, all that bullshit like that. The last match is going to be a one-on-one match, and it's not for points; it's for the title. So there's no reason for a point system there anymore.
That would be
that
the
bracket shit is over with. That right there is the ultimate. If I may coin the phrase, Swerve.
That's brilliant.
The ultimate screw job. The ultimate
that is brilliant.
Tony Khan, my PayPal. I'll shoot that to you later because I just gave you the biggest fucking swerve of your show.
And he goes, that's a swerve.
And I honestly didn't even think about that. That is a really great idea to have Swerve win all his matches, get to the finals, and Hangman screws him out of the win.
I mean, right now, Swerve is at 6 points?
Yes.
There's only 2 people with 6 points right now.
Him and John Moxley.
Swerve and Moxley. So if Swerve and Moxley are the last 2 in each bracket, bro, Let Swerve be whooping Moxley.
No, well,
ass.
Swerve. Yeah, Swerve and Moxley are both in the gold bracket.
Oh, okay, so Swerve wins. Let's say Swerve wins and fucking the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson wins, right? So they're going to face each other in the finals for the championship. It's a one-on-one match, winner take all. Yeah, Swerve come out, about to hit that double stomp on Bryan Danielson. He's about to get it in. Fucking, what's his name up there? Fucking Swerve, we're not dry. Swerve, you know, boom. A fucking hang. What's that clothesline he does? The buckshot lariat. Buckshot lariat. Boom. Throws Bryan Danielson on top. One,
wait.
2, 3.
1, 2. Oh, Eddie Kingston grabs Bryan Danielson's leg because he said, "You're making fun of me for being humble in my loss." This could turn into a double.
Can you imagine?
Double screwed super schmaz. I mean,
it'd be the Long Island screw job, right?
Everybody and their mama running in because
Long Island screw job.
While you were tending to business, Drew and I were talking about the clarification for the Triple Crown Championship here, and how Drew thought like I did. Like when Eddie Kingston lost to Brody King, Brody King's now got these 2 belts. Yeah, such is not the case. So if there's a finals and Eddie Kingston is not in the final match,
he's no longer
and those are his 2 belts that are up for grabs right there. And one of those people is Bryan Danielson, who's got his eye patch and his little evil goatee now, and then back to eating meat and going, he's just Eddie might not take that so lightly and just go ahead and try to screw him out of winning the championship.
I mean, I would.
I mean, you have
That's
nothing to lose.
That's just me, though.
If I can't have it, nobody can. Or at least you can.
That's obsessive right there. Like, if I can't have Big Red, nobody will.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
I mean, listen, I think Eddie Kingston just works as a babyface, but I mean, he did have like kind of a heel run, didn't he? He kind of started as a heel, didn't he?
His heel run was just him beating people up. It's like, okay, it's like me. It's like me. I'm not a face nor a heel. I just beat people up.
Yeah,
I got a championship. Everybody wants it. I'm gonna beat up everybody. I'll beat you up, Drew. I'll beat Julian up because you guys are like after the title. I'm not gonna be like, Julian's a good guy, so let me leave Julian alone. Just let me fuck with Drew.
Nope, he's after my belt.
Good guys want my title too.
He's after my belt.
It's me against it. Basically, it's me against everybody, and that's the way wrestling. That's the way wrestling's supposed to be. Think about boxing. When Mike Tyson was the champion, do you think that another fucking Evander Holyfield, being a nice guy, was like, I wouldn't fucking beat this guy's ass? And then Mike Tyson bit his ear off, and he was like, yo, now you the bad guy. Like, no, I'm the champ. I want to keep my shit. Like, that's what it is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, Eddie Kingston was never really a face nor a heel. He's just a guy who wants to win.
Nope.
He is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
There it is. And like people always say, The Rock was good in his face time. The Rock was good as a heel. The Rock never fucking switched face to heel. It was just, okay, who's after my belt this week?
Well, the Rock tried to be a babyface, and the fans literally said, "Die, Rocky, die."
I mean, no.
So he said,
okay. Just like you are wrong in some of your trivia, you're wrong about this.
Flex Cavana was a face.
Yes.
Flex Cavana was a baby face.
Not even Flex Cavana, Rocky Maivia was a face. The Rock. They never said The Rock needs to die. They said die Rocky die.
Die Rocky die.
See? Yeah.
It wasn't CJ Perry. It was Lana.
It was Lana. Get it right. Get it right.
That's right.
Get it right. It wasn't Dustin Rhodes. It was
Stardust.
So we are officially almost to the. Oh no! Well, as of right now, we are an exact month away from World's End.
Damn, 4
which is
weeks
on
away.
December 30th. Well, okay,
Damn.
sorry. For the East Coasters, it's exactly a month away.
Gotcha.
You've got
yeah.
you're a month and a day.
We're a month and 2 hours and 40 minutes.
So as of right now, because we were critiquing builds to pay-per-views, I would say that since maybe Revolution earlier this year, I'm digging the build to World's End so far. I think the stories that are coming around, you've got MJF and Samoa Joe with also who is the devil, Adam Cole. And
Allegedly.
now there's
Allegedly.
the we got the Continental Classic. So that's building nicely up to World's End. I'm digging, where this is going so far. What do you guys think so far?
Like I said, the build to AEW pay-per-views, usually they suck. They're horrible. But this one has time to grow. This one has legs. I think that it might be real good, but I don't want to jinx it. It's almost
Yeah.
it's almost like when you're playing, when you're doing trivia and someone goes, "It's your time to shine." Dun dun dun. You're gonna fucking lose now.
So here's the thing. So going to World's End, they've got a winner in the Continental Classic Finals match. That's a given. What I don't know is, or what's a little bit vague, and maybe I just haven't been paying attention. The tag team scene, the trios scene, like what are they going to do with those? I'm sure that Orange Cassidy is going to maybe fight Moxley again, or he'll have some match coming up. I don't know who any of his immediate contenders are. It doesn't seem like really Wardlow's involved in a feud. MJF by that time will find out who the devil is, so he'll face off with the devil. AEW Women's Championship. I mean, you could have Britt Baker come back by then. You can have a number of people challenge for the AEW Women's Championship. So, but there's a couple of holes there as far as matches go, and I get it. Tony Khan likes to put together dream matches, but there's a couple things that if you got titles, they're not just props. You might as well use them. Put them, put up all your championships this is going to be like the last thing at the end of the year. So put up all your championships, have them all on the line if you want to. Do a night of champions. You got a couple storylines that are hot right now that will definitely fall in line. You've got a good 4 or 5 other matches, because the AEW one pay-per-views usually run like 4 or 5 hours. So he's got enough wrestlers, he's got enough teams, but they have to just really start defining like who's going to do what and get those matches sewed up for World's End.
Yeah, I have noticed this year too that the building to pay-per-views have not been great. There's like generally a good show, good wrestling matches on a show, but the overall builds haven't been lackluster, like you said. So I'm seeing positive building to World's End so far. Like there's so you're talking about the tag team scene.
Yeah.
We've got the Golden Jets, of Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. They're gonna be facing the tag team champions at some point because they took the opportunity away from the Young Bucks.
Okay.
So Big Bill and Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega. What a weird hodgepodge of men in that match. But honestly, I've not seen anything for the trios because
As Ricky Starks calls them, the Golden Girls.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but when the Devil attacked MJF, there was one Devil and there was 3 henchmen, and those 3 henchmen did attack one of.
They took out Anthony Bowens.
Yeah, they took out Anthony Bowens.
Well, they took out all 3 of them. They threw Anthony Bowens through the glass.
Yeah, and so that.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
So that
I was there. It was important.
That could naturally be your next trios matchup, just because it would be a grudge match.
Between who?
Between the Scissor Me Daddies and and Retribution Part 2.
Oh, so you're saying that the Retribution Part 2 would fight the Acclaimed for the
the Devil's Henchmen versus the Acclaimed for the trios title.
I mean,
that
would make sense. Cause, I mean, I got attacked by you. Yo, we got to fight.
Yeah.
I actually wouldn't hate that.
I mean, it totally makes sense. And then you have the Devil going after MJF. So, I mean, it makes sense. It lines up.
I like that.
Scissor Me Daddy.
That sounds like a good idea, my friend.
Glad you like that.
You're going to play Call of Duty with him?
Oh, we do. We play every night. We murder people. Usually he streams it on his stream.
You said we murder people.
Hell
you
yeah.
Go to Ultimate Haters channel. And
yeah. And we fucking kill people. On the channel. Call of Duty, ladies and gentlemen, not real life.
I'm still playing City Heroes. Love it. Won't give it up.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. For Big Money Drew and for your boy Chemical Julian, I am the franchise.
This guy right here.
And we will see you when we see you. Hopefully Friday for Really Awful Wrestling.
Oh, yes.
It's been a while, baby.
It's time.